How can NASA get crystal clear photos from Mars, and when the police release CCTV appeals, it looks like this? Just a shadowy blob in a hoodie with the words, "Do you recognise this person?" Everyone's thinking it. How are we supposed to recognise that? Now, some people imagine that the police have some special CSI magic button that says enhance, and the next minute, those blurry pixels turn into a perfect 4K portrait. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So why do police appeals sometimes seem so poor quality? Well, it's user error. Believe it or not, some people don't know how to use their own CCTV system, or they forget the password. And to tell you the truth, some police officers haven't got a clue either. And unfortunately, they're so busy, they will take a photo or a video of your screen rather than fully downloading it. So you need to make sure that you know how to use your CCTV system and that you know your password, because if not, you may have to surrender your entire CCTV system so that they can download it, which takes a lot of time and leaves your property vulnerable. Now, the next reason is simple. A lot of police appeal images are useless because the cameras were too far away, low resolution, or they've been heavily compressed to save storage space. By the time it hits the news, you're looking at 8 to 12 pixels that used to be a face. No forensic software can turn that into an identification. They can enhance the contrast and reduce noise, but they can't invent pixels that never existed. Bottom line, your CCTV is only as good as what it records at the moment the crime happened. Now, I know what you're thinking, but everyone wears a mask or a balaclava. What can the police even use? CCTV still builds a strong case because the police don't just look for the face. They analyse clothing combinations, distinctive logos, trainer patterns, rucksacks, even how the burglar walks and their entry and exit route. Now, capturing this detail only works if you have a decent camera. You need to have a camera that's got a high enough quality that you're able to pull out that fine detail that helps police and the Crown Prosecution Service build a case. Burglars aren't just breaking windows anymore. They're targeting your tech. They now use Wi-Fi jammers to knock your wireless cameras offline. They unplug or turn off power, and they even test systems first by watching what cameras drop off when they activate jammers. The key question here is, when your Wi-Fi goes down, does anything still keep recording? Have you got a power backup? Or are you completely blind when you need the evidence most? Now, there's different types of camera that you need to consider. Battery cameras, easy setup, Wi-Fi dependent, but people often forget to charge them. They're good for extra angles, but never a main entrance. Your next option is a wired camera. The power and the data go through one cable into a storage device. They're jam-proof, high quality, and they offer you local storage. They're the gold standard for police evidence. Now, we've talked about battery, but solar-powered cameras are becoming more common. Really good for outbuildings and driveways where you can't run power, but they still need good signal. However, one downside is sometimes the systems are hard to access or quite clunky. And importantly, sun. Camera placement that actually helps. For faces and detail, usually on your approach path toward your front door, 7 to 9 feet high. You should have another camera with a wider angle, showing the door and any damage or how they're gaining entry. Never put a camera more than 20 feet high. You just see the tops of their head. Getting your angles right is really important when you're proving a burglary. You also need to make sure that you're getting high definition quality, not space-saving definition. You need to consider jamming resilience, wired cameras, or a local recording backup. Think about how the police are going to use your footage. Most people discover their system fails after a burglary. Go to securemyhomeuk.co.uk to find out more.